1 year ago, I stumbled onto this abandoned home. And what happened over the next 6 months was absolutely crazy. So in this video, I'm going to take you through the entire start to finish process and if we were able to bring more life back into this house, which is a terrible choice of words because the owners, they had actually passed away in the home and it went to the court and no heirs, which was very sad. Court sold it for pennies on the dollar, purchased for about $55,000. We got to work immediately. The first thing we did was to rip off this paneling.
You own this house already?
Yeah, I already.
Oh, okay.
So in order to buy this house, I didn't just use my money. I had to bring in an investor. And that investor said, Steven, here's the money, but you only have it for 6 months. So we are on a ticking time bomb because if we miss that 6 months, then they can pull the entire amount. So we've got to figure out what we want to do with this house. But so far, the house is not making it easy. Are you ready for a real estate pop quiz? I'm going to give you one. So what is one of the most important things when looking at any kind of investment real estate? It's to determine the value of that real estate. That sounds simple, right? Just like when I go into a store, there's a price tag on a pair of shoes I want to buy, and then I get to determine if I want to buy those shoes or not. Sounds easy, right? Wrong, because real estate values are determined in a completely different way, which is weirdly up for debate a lot of the time. How do we fix this problem? We pull comps ourselves, and how we Scooby-Doo this mystery is we use a comp bot. We programmed ourselves, and it is a free extension on ChatGPT that we created. So if you want the comp bot, just comment comp bot. I ran this one through the comp bot, and what we were getting was very interesting. I'll tell you the value at the end of the video.
We're trying to raise this up a little bit, and there's a wall going through the entire thing, so we're opening that up now. And there is this area over here, which we don't quite know
If we're gonna go fourth bedroom or laundry room.
Problem with this though is that it's on a slab and there's no plumbing. And we have two options right now. We can run plumbing lines outside or we can bust through the slab. I'm probably not gonna do that. So plumbing lines outside.
Plumbing lines up. Like,
So we'll open this up and maybe a bar right here.
yeah, this is gonna be a bar top on this wall right here.
Yeah.
And then of course your stove and your refrigerator is gonna have to go on this end. Or we may end up putting the refrigerator back here in the corner. I'm not real sure yet.
I call it like a little kidnapping room. This is like a human trafficking room.
Oh. And I think it would look tacky if we just built a wall right here and put bifold doors and left the washer and dryer, because then it's going to be in the living room.
In the living room. And also, I mean, do you think this is going to be able to come up more?
If we can make this run level with that out there, I think we can move the ceiling up a good 5 inches.
Okay.
What put your hand on it then?
It's got lead-based paint on it. We're good.
As we were looking at this house and deciding what to do, more things kept on jumping out at us.
We're keeping the rainbow on the
We
ceiling.
love the rainbow. We're an equal opportunity employer here.
And
so
these custom plug-in lights.
they're literally just plugged it into whatever the hell that is. I don't even want to put my
That's
hand
the
up
light.
there.
Basically, this right here is going to be the hotel suite.
This is the honeymoon suite. This is for the newlyweds.
You're going to need new windows in here. These are wood.
And the things that we were discovering was costing us more and more money already. And we haven't even basically started the damn project. We kept on finding these little things that are going to cost us more and more money and time. But there's an even bigger problem. And you have maybe noticed it. So I'm going to test your rehab skills right now. You can drop a comment or just answer in your head. Do you notice the huge design flaw in this house? Well, spoiler alert, I'm going to tell you now. It's the fact that there are 3 bedrooms and only 1 bath right now. Steven, that's crazy, you would say. And you would be right. That is crazy. So now we have to fix it. But the problem, of course, is how.
Drain it. But you're going to have to run the drain from the shower and the toilet over here.
We probably need to dig this out in order to get that drain line in. You know what you got to do.
Let's get to digging.
Where do I pick the equipment up at?
Lowe's.
So that added another $2,000 to the budget. And as soon as we walked in the door, got hit with something else.
Look at how short this damn ceiling is, though. It's insane.
I can't do jumping jacks.
That's gonna tell us if we can raise the ceiling or not, right?
No one's going to buy a house where they walk inside and hit their head. So if we can't raise this ceiling, this entire project is going to be screwed.
This is the old roof. This
Yeah,
is the old
that's the old
awning.
roof. Yeah.
I think we can get it up a good 6 inches for sure.
Okay.
That's what everybody.
Hey,
6 inches
That's
is
all you
huge.
need.
6 inches is huge.
but I want the way that the roof runs over there. I kind of want the roof to run the same,
Yeah.
all the way across. I don't want to have this and that, you know.
Their word for something that's good news and bad news. The ceiling to be raised, good news. The bad news is going to cost another $5,000 to do it. This house is racking up expenses faster than me drunkenly on Amazon. So a lot of people think that when you're renovating houses, the construction process is the hardest part. And that is true. That is very, very difficult. But there's something harder. There's something so hard, it made me want to walk away from this entire industry forever. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a few minutes. So as the inside was getting done, we had a massive problem on the outside. Do you see that? I don't know what the industry term for ugly as shit is, but this is ugly as shit. And we've got to fix it. And so what did we decide to do? Well, spend more money. Of course, that fixes all problems. Just spend more money. And we decided to put a little porch on there. And of course, the porch looks nice, but what even looks nicer? Awning for another $7,000. Yep. And a new roof. While we're at it, screw it. Why not? I'm laughing to keep from crying at this point. When you're doing real estate renovations, it is essential that you have a contingency budget. Now, what is that? Well, it's some extra money that you put inside on top of your rehab budget for things that are unexpected. Say a new roof here, or a broken window there, or a neighbor breaks in and steals the brand new stove you just put in. Spoiler alert, that really happened. I put that on my Instagram. But the worst part about all of it is writing checks that seem endless. Every rehabber I know feels strapped for cash, not just in their business, but in their personal life, because they put all their money into projects. And it is an endless well of money going out all the time. And it's months or years before you get it back, if you get it back at all, which is why it's so important to have a mentor, a buddy, or a teacher in this business to show you and help you not get into situations that they've been in before. So if you want to book a call with me so you can avoid the expensive mistakes that I've made all my life and have learned from, then you can drop down in the link in the bio and book a call with me. The good news, though, is that at this point, the project was looking good. It was starting to come together. The ceilings were beautiful. The cabinets were installed. And there was a little glimmer of hope that we were actually going to be able to come in on time and just a little over budget. I was kind of overjoyed until this happened. And it threatened to ruin this entire project and my entire business.
Okay, here we are. We're about to start painting, which is always very exciting because it means it's almost listing time. When it's listing time, it means that we get to see if we failed miserably or if we failed less miserably.
You're about to meet the best realtor in Columbia, South Carolina, and she was like a partner to me on this thing, taking the lead in all the design decisions.
Did they fix the bathroom?
But yes, this looks way better. And so we're gonna have a window outside. We're not gonna vinyl
We're
it,
not gonna vinyl it.
but it's just gonna be
leave
a
it.
fake window, yeah.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't give a shit.
That's kind of what I said too.
I hope that they get the point that stop putting toilets in front of things.
Yeah. House living rule number 1, stop making a toilet seat for vanities. House living rule number 2, don't use ugly ass colors. House living rule number 3, do your work. House living rule number 4, stop smoking weed in the middle of the day. That's it. That's your steps for success right there.
What did they do in here? Did they fix it?
No, we didn't. So, okay, this is bad.
Like, these don't even fucking line up.
James is down here. This is gonna be this final day.
You should be mad. You want me to just be mad for you so you can just have a happy, like, la 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 life, and I'll just be, like, an angry little gremlin chugging vodka because I'm such an angry little shit all the time.
So I think our problem that we're having here is that, and this happens a lot, is that the timelines aren't being hit. We have a lot of projects going on, so it's very hard for us to be at every single one of them every day. You just can't do it. So you have to trust people to hit their timelines, and sometimes they don't. And this is a good example of when they don't.
Like, we've been doing our due diligence and following up and dropping in. It's every single week. But every time we walk in here, it's another problem. And then we have to come back and undo it. You know, we should take some accountability. We were a smidge indecisive about a few things. But this one was such a giant overhaul.
This is Steven from the future, jumping back in to tell you a super important thing that I did not even think about or realize until I was rewatching this video. So one of the main lessons that I've learned throughout flipping this house and several other, which you can check out all the other videos on this channel, real estate is all about location, location, location. That's not what I mean. I mean the geography of what you choose to do business really matters. So if you're in Rochester, New York, or if you're in Florida or California, and you identify a good market to flip a house in or invest in, and that market is, let's just say, 2 hours away or 4 hours away or 1 day away by plane or flight or train or carrier pigeon, that's going to eventually wear on you. And I didn't take that into account. Like an absolute loser idiot, I did not even think that through. I would really encourage you to find a location, to find a market, to find a neighborhood that you're excited to be at. Maybe there's like a hot guy or girl there that you just want to peep through their windows when the blinds are open all the time. Just kidding, don't do that. I would think about it like that, because I did not. When things got hard, which inevitably they do, I was able to whip myself into submission for a lot of it, but that only lasted so long. And I think the projects would have been better if it was in a city that I loved just being in.
I'm excited because of how far it's come. And I do think we're going to be able to get what we want.
Yeah.
But I'm also annoyed that this has been going since July,
Really,
August, September, and we're in the middle of October. And this isn't going to be ready till probably like November at the rate everything's on. It's 3 months.
Let's pick colors.
Okay.
I need to pretend like we're making some kind of forward progress. Right now, this kind of semi-matches the porch, like this raw wood.
How big a pain in the ass would it be to leave this raw until after we painted, just to see what I feel?
I think we'll be fine. I think that they got some stain on some of this.
Okay, then sand it and leave it.
And stain these darker, stain these beams darker. Should we make those vanities green too then?
I feel like maybe we should.
Remember a few minutes ago when I was saying that there's something that happened that is harder than the construction, that is harder than the spending all the money. So this person right here, his name is James, and I can't say too much for legal reasons, but I will say James and I have worked together for a very, very long time. And it has been a very good working relationship. On this project, as you just saw, there was a ton of stuff that was not getting done. We would show up and there'd be no one there. We would show up and the whole house would smell like weed and there'd be one person there smoking weed in the middle of the day, etc. And we are running a business. There are investors. There are people that have worked very hard to bring this house to life. There are first-time home buyers that need more inventory to buy. And we cannot do it if we do not have a strong and stable crew. So we had to let James and his crew go. And that sucks. It's not a good feeling. I don't like fighting and arguing and doing that. It hurts my feelings. I don't love it. I want to be inspiring into this world. I want to put good things into this world. I don't want to be sitting here fighting and arguing all the time. And that's what a lot of this business is. And it's unfortunate. And I had to do some really serious reflection about, is this the right energy for me? And is this the right path for me? And I'm still deciding on whether that's true or not. But I will say we found another crew and the job got done. Okay, so let's take you through the pictures and the final results. And then in the next part of the video, the last part of the video, I will take you through if we made any money or not. So these are the professional pictures that we listed on MLS. As you can see, we did the porch, we did the awning. I think the ceiling turned out beautifully. We didn't paint it, thank God. I think I would have gotten eaten up in the comments. We were able to make it look very open while still not having to rearrange the entire layout from how it was before. The cabinets and the granite countertops came really, really nicely out. We did just some minimal dark pulls on everything, and we did kind of like a farmhouse lighting, which I think is okay. We do AI staging just because it's expensive and our numbers were already tight to have actual staging in there. I do think it makes a difference, but I think the AI staging nowadays is totally fine. We did a very small shiplap theme in this house, as you can see, in the bathrooms, but I think it's tastefully done. It's not too much, you know, it can be too heavy on shiplap. So that turned out really nicely. Obviously fans and the new windows that were put in. So all in all, I think it photographed really, really well, and the sage green turned out great. It was supposed to be, or it was gray at one point. They had messed it up. So I think it looks professional. I'm actually really surprised about how much we were able to do within the budget, even though we overspent. So what was the budget? What did we make or not make? Let's talk final numbers. All right, let's talk about the final numbers. As you saw in the video, we had a lot of expenses. New roof, new HVAC, new awning, new porch, plumbing, electrical. The list went on and on and on. Our original rehab budget was around $65,000, and we bought it for $55,000. So we were gonna be all in for about $110,000, $115,000. That was gonna be great. We thought we were gonna be able to sell it for about $150,000, $155,000 and make some money. That didn't happen. As you might have guessed from the video, bringing in another crew was very expensive as well. Because not only did we have to pay the new crew, we had to pay them for stuff that we already paid to the old crew. So that ate up our contingency, which is never a good thing. On top of that, by having to go back and forth with the crews and finding a new one and bringing them on, we also ate up a lot of time. So our original 3-month timeline spiraled into 6 months, which accrued additional holding costs. Now, every month that we held the property, you add more money to your bottom line. Electricity and the mortgage payment racks up. So we had 3 more months of that. All said and done, we end up spending about $106,000 on the renovation. So you take the 106, you add it to the 55 that we bought it for, that puts us at like 165. Of course, we had the investor, and the investor needed to get paid back as well. So we were all in for about 195 when it was all said and done. Now, what did we sell it for? Well, we priced it really high because I thought that it turned out really beautifully, and Aaron and I, who you saw in the video, chatted, and we thought that the comps were somewhere around 215. We thought the comps were somewhere around 215. And so we listed it for 215 and nothing, crickets. No one saw it. No one was interested. Nothing happened. So then we started to lower the price a little bit, just incrementally, 5,000 here, 5,000 there. So I believe we got down to around 210. And then we finally got an offer, which was great. We negotiated back and forth. The buyer asked for closing costs to be paid. The buyer asked for some repairs to be done, which was kind of annoying because we had just done the entire house for 6 months, but they still wanted extra stuff done. And so a couple $1,000s later, I believe that we sold it, all said and done, for around 205. So we walked away after the investor made their profit back with, I think, something like $15,000 for ourselves for 6 months of work. Not a great return, but it's all about what you do next with the money. So we took all that money and put it into another abandoned home renovation, but this one was even more intense, had bigger numbers, and was an abandoned Victorian home. So if you want to check out that entire process, you can click on it and look right now.